just said he's not giving me any more money.
How far does the rot go in the Labor Party?
So the only way that I can get extra donations is for me and my freeloading rent-a-girlfriend to set up an OnlyFans account. Peter Dutton!
Tick-tock, tick-tock. The clock's ticking, nothing's happened.
I've been so busy! There's nothing like having a few days off during the week while the rest of the country works to take my freeloading rent-a-girlfriend out for a bit of fun at the taxpayer's expense, of course. Well, I've tried to have a couple of days off, and here I am at a press conference on Monday. I will be having on leave till Wednesday, although here I am at a press conference.
You know what this is?
No, what is it?
It's the world's smallest violin.
He's a child in a man's body.
I'll build people's living standards up, and it's been wonderful watching my good buddy Joe get stabbed in the back by Obama and having his ass kicked out of the Oval Office.
Oh shit, his mask blew off.
But don't worry, Joe hasn't got a clue what's going on. I even remember the time when Joe tried to grab my freeloading rent-a-girlfriend on the snatch. And Jill had to remind him that it wasn't his own daughter. I've been travelling in the car. President Biden deserves today, I think, to be recognised for once again not putting himself forward first, but giving his first consideration being what he believes is in the interests of the United States of America. Well, he actually got given the arse. Like Joe, I've never been one to tell the truth.
What's Joe Biden going to do? Is he going to stay in the race? Is he going to drop out? Here's my answer. I am running and we're going to win. I'm not going to change that. So I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation.
It's just a bit of misinformation on my behalf, but that's okay. Poor old Joe thought he was still at the Swingers Club. That's not your wife, dickhead. Get over here and bring your shriveled up knob with you. And I'll never forget Joe's legendary speech on his adventures at the foothills of the Himalayas.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was in the foothills of the Himalayas with.
Check your pay slip. But one thing I'm really going to miss is Joe's epic battles with the teleprompter.
You know, we've come so far since my inauguration. On that day, I told you as I stood in that winter, we stood in a winter.
Hang in there, Joe. Hunter's got a couple of lines waiting for you.
Not a joke. That is not a joke. Of peril and winter possibilities. Peril and possibilities.
Okay, I think it's time to put this old prick out of his misery. But don't worry, Joe. America's in safe hands.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Not a joke. Think about it.
But Joe, you wouldn't believe it, but Australia's got their very own diversity, equity and inclusion. Bonehead. And she's even dumber than Kamala. I let her tell everyone that she's retired, but in reality, I had to give her the arse because she completely fucked up the voice and divided the entire country and made me look like a weak Prime Minister.
No.
What was that, Bonehead?
No. Thank you, Prime Minister. For many, today is a day of sadness.
No,
This result is not what we hoped for.
I am well and truly committed to saying no.
The Australian people have had their say. I want to say this.
Some of you are the wrong colour.
And I think I'll get rid of this cockless waste of oxygen in next week's reshuffle too.
Eid Mubarak to the more than 800,000 Muslim Australians across Australia.
Oh, shut up, Andrew! You nutless, soy-sucking dickhead! Now piss off! I wonder what the hobbit-headed little snake mouth's up to now. It looks like he's signing away millions and millions of your hard-earned tax dollars on projects that'll never work. Jeepers creepers! What's Grandma doing rocking this tat?
And I think that's where you get into dangerous polarisation. For example, questioning it happens all the time on social media, obviously I see it's often targeted at me.
That's because you're always full of shit and spreading misinformation, Chris.
If you're pro-renewables, you're accused of being a traitor because they're somehow caught up in a conspiracy about China.
Oh, Chris, you dwarf-headed hermaphrodite. How many of those $250,000 pieces of shit electric utes have you sold?
Climate hoax.
Oh, Chris, I think you're the world's shittest car salesman. Nobody wants these electric piles of crap. And Chris, it looks like you might need a booster seat.
Or you're accused of participating in a climate hoax, which is somehow a conspiracy by scientists to keep getting funding.
That's right, Chris. You've actually said something truthful for the first time in your pathetic, dwarf-headed life. Oh, I'm so cool. I wonder how everybody's power prices coming along.
Power prices are surging after a cold snap and wind drought.
Emitters past, present and future
saw coal and gas generators fire up again.
But Chris said that solar panels are going to power the entire country.
No credibility.
Oh no, maybe ScoMo was right.
We are a lucky country rich in the resources that can fuel a renewable energy system.
But tonight, the market operator reporting wholesale energy prices were 23% higher on average in the June quarter this year compared to 2023. Lower wind speeds causing a drop in wind power, less rain saw a drop in hydro output, with gas and coal filling the void.
And you two can just stop complaining. It's not my fault that you can't afford anything.
Let's talk about housing, Prime Minister.
Nuclear?
It's fucking nuclear, you prick!
And I think I'll have to have a chat to Skeletor and tell her to stop smiling during an interview. It just gives me the creeps.
No, I did not mislead the Parliament. That's a full-out lie.
Oh, and my favourite bull-headed carpet muncher, he's been so busy. Here she is explaining to the Japanese security advisor on how he can improve his haircut and how he could have a bowl head just like Benny. Oh, nice one, Benny. He looks much better now.
That's offensive.
Cheaper electricity. There is a cost of living crisis. And after donating millions of dollars to terrorists, the bowlhead even caught up with Bill Cosby.
This is Prime Minister Anthony Albanese. How are you?
How many days off have you had this week? You lazy, spineless turd! Well, I've tried to have a couple of days off, and here I am at a press conference. Just get out of the way. Cheaper electricity.
Full-blown cost of living crisis.
We're doing it.
Baby Otto. Baby Otto.
We need a holiday if we took a holiday.
You prick!
Okay, that's all I've got time for today. Nobody understands how difficult it is to feed my freeloading rent-a-girlfriend in this cost of living crisis. He should stop with all the photo op and just do his day job. Oh, Linda, I'm going to miss your words of wisdom.
None all.
What you talking about, Will?
That's just not fair.
Bruce Springsteen! Bruce Springsteen! And I've listened to people who are all saying,
Your disease, and I'm the cure.
I've been through more than my fair share of life's ups and downs.
None all.
But I think I've done it with kindness, grace, resilience, intelligence, and integrity.
Peter Dutton!